AEW Impact in the can. Let's talk about the one of the two shows you actually watched. Let's talk about NXT.
So I got off base with my timeline of how I like to watch things. And normally, also, I am currently fighting the Peacock app for some reason because it's not letting me log in. And when it does, it's not letting me log in under my subscription service for some reason. So I am one of the people that is having some issues, and my work schedule kind of prevents me from really calling customer service to get a good answer at some point. So I'm going to have to sit down, because most of the things I've been doing has been through my phone. And, there's just some windows that don't pop on the phone, on the web browser, that need to be on a computer. So tomorrow I'm going to try and use the computer at the house and really get into it and see what's going on and why, and maybe get another password reset or another account confirmation or something.
Now, before we go into the review, you did watch the show. We mentioned on our show last week that NXT was plagued with COVID.
Yes.
Do you feel like you could tell that there was COVID going on with the show?
I think all the people that were in place were kind of in place, except for there was a lot of talking about matches, not having matches.
Right. So, Dad and I went through and thought of all the NXT people that were not shown on TV or were shown by themselves.
There was a lot of by themselves people, including Thatch Can, who was off fishing.
Yeah. So we have a list of I have a list of who I think some of the COVID were.
Also,
so
how many people at the WWE are out right now with COVID?
We only know of one officially.
Okay.
Only know of one officially.
Speaking of which, I cannot wait to talk about the commercial. Anyway, so NXT, March 17th, 2021. I will say the thing at the end that hopefully you'll cover.
Okay.
Opening, Fit in the Ring. I've been waiting for Carrion. Out comes Carrion. Carrion has a much better shirt now. When it goes on sale, I'll buy it. I've wanted to buy a Carrion shirt for a while now, and this shirt right here and the Tommaso Ciampa shirt that I had last week, and I have a third shirt that I will debut on the next show possibly, but they did a big 50% off merch sale, so I got $12 t-shirts, okay?
Yeah, I need to get some more.
So right now it is buy one get one $5, and I just can't spend $30 on Carrion shirt. Sorry, man. When it goes on sale in a couple weeks, I'll probably get this shirt. It looks really good. So Finn,
I got this shirt the last live WWE show we got to go to.
Yeah, was that?
It wasn't his retirement.
No, that was that was right before the Blood Diamond show with Taker and Kane versus Hunter and
that was the last show we got to see.
Ooh, man. And we got to see how they did the Undertaker pop up through the thing. Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. So anyway, he proceeds to destroy Carrion on the mic. And apparently off in the corner, Smoke Show has got some juices flowing down below. And she's really into this.
I wrote two things. I wonder what Scarlett looks like without so much makeup, because they are just
beautiful.
She's caking it on horribly.
I'll talk about it when she comes out for the entrance, because my wife actually called it. But I showed my wife the Twitter that she has, and she's like, oh my God, she's really pretty. Why are they doing this?
And then I wrote, Scarlett really enjoys when Carrion speaks.
Yes. She is all about it. And she gets on the mic and was not very good. No. And she's possibly insane.
She's seen it in the cards.
Yes. But she goes, what did she said?
I see
two
men
draped in gold and all this stuff, right? And I'm like, why is the WWE obsessed with having two random people who are going to fight for their championship belt tag team to possibly get tag team titles?
I don't know. It is like the new. It's the
new thing for them. Okay, I remember when what was it? It was Macho Man and Warrior, whatever they put together, and they were doing the thing where they were tagging each other by smacking each other and stuff. That was so cool. This maybe not so much. So out comes the tag team champs. Oh look, here's two people with gold draped on them, and they say, we're here to talk about Pete Dunne.
Right.
Guess who's not there, by the way?
Pete Dunne.
Pete. Oh. So then apparently Smoke Show calls for the two other men draped in gold to fight Karrion and Finn for the belts. She uses her magic vagina powers to make the champs make the match for the belts.
It's not. Wow. He's not lying. It was
because
I wrote. She flirts pretty hard with them.
She was like, she did the thing that like the 1950s like turned her back and like slid down and was like, you don't want people saying that you're soft and you are cowards.
Horrible.
Now, do you?
It was just.
It wasn't really like
they agreed because a hot woman told them they are not cowards.
Yes, this is exactly what happens. Okay, so then we go to match 1. We have Dexter, Loomis, and Austin Theory. I don't know why this wasn't at TakeOver in a few weeks. Because it seemed kind of like a big building process to this.
Yeah, it's. I think they may have thrown this match in early.
So, backstage, Austin Theory has got an iPad, and he's talking to The Wrong Way. And
two of The Wrong Way.
Guess who's not there?
Oh, Johnny and his wife.
Johnny and his wife aren't there. They're at their house. This is the final stage of Austin's therapy. And then I wrote down, is this storyline really all about Austin's abs?
I wondered where the mouth breather was. Because I thought she was going to get involved in the match.
Yeah, so I'm guessing she probably has COVID there too. Maybe if she learned to close her mouth when she was walking around backstage, at least not your mouth, but your lips. Okay.
All right, so The Wrong Way at home.
So The Wrong Way at home. Honestly, they came down. This match was pretty good.
I thought that they were going to show up in the match.
So I thought they were too. This match was pretty good. It went on for a long time, and then what was really weird is that in the middle of the match...
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
So, the thing I want to... Because we love to pick on the announcers. The announcers kept saying, Dexter did nothing wrong. He was trying to help Austin. And then, Wade is the voice of reason now?
Wade goes, he kidnapped him.
So Wade is the voice of reason.
This was very weird. And I tried to take sparse on notes for some of this because, yes, the commentary team just did not know what the story was here, apparently. Neither did I, other than the fact that this is about Austin Theory's abs.
Yes.
So Dex wants to bro it up, and then so does Theory, and he basically extends his hand. They do a handshake they do the stutter step handshake. Austin grabs a hold of him and hugs him and goes, I knew it! I knew you really cared! And then Dex goes to choke him out, but then Austin fights out of it, which is weird, because then Dex puts him right back in it and gets a submission. This was a 2.5 star match.
I had 2.5.
This was actually pretty good. The thing I want to talk about at the end of this, though, because I ripped the other guy apart, was the way Austin sold silence. Mm-hmm. Did you really watch how he did that?
He slowly went limp.
Yeah. So instead of going like that, no, he fought, and you see Austin, and I don't know how he did it. He did like this eye roll where his eyes were going.
He looked like
he didn't oversell it where he was like like Hogan coming to the ring. I just blew COVID into the internet,
Good job.
But he just like slowly kind of
and then just went limp.
Slink down, and I went, damn, why is he the moron of the group?
Right.
Why isn't he the star? When he came out and did it was me, Austin Theory. Like, that was so good.
Speaking of Hogan, I did really enjoy Dexter's kip up into a leg drop.
Yes. And also, I do want to point out the fact that we made the joke that Johnny's new outfit looks like Wolverine. I assume Johnny might be from Detroit and might have gone to Michigan because he's wearing kind of the same style of the Wolverines. But also, they got him a new outfit for Austin. And Wade says, the man's ripped. He looks like an X-Man.
Missed that.
I thought that was pretty good. So backstage, Champa says there's no Thatcher, and he apparently killed Alexander Wolf.
I wrote. He said something. I couldn't make it out.
So guess who's not on the show? Adam Cole's mad. Regal is apparently the voice of reason, and then Regal's promo gets cut off by a pre-tape by O'Reilly, and I wrote down, is the show running behind already?
I wrote, we get a zoo. I said, he's not here. You injured him, you fool. Now a Zoom call from Kyle.
Yes, but
It
was it just me or the way that
it just started?
Like the way, the production screwed up.
Oh yeah,
production screwed up
because even Regal was like, "I'm not done."
Yeah, Regal was still doing his thing, and that's what's like the way the Dex match ended. Did they go long, which caused them to cut down the Champa interview, which caused Cole's thing to get screwed up?
I don't think so.
Like the show was just off base.
Oh, the show crammed so much into
For
it.
nobody there, they crammed a lot into it. So backstage, Shotzi and Ember are happy, and the Robert Stone bitches show up. I don't care. I wrote down this is going to be awful because half of the people involved in this can't work. Jordan Devlin's here.
Yep.
He is shown pulled up in a nice rental car.
Mm-hmm.
Match 2, the Drug Cartel versus Breezango. Whatever happened to Summer Rae? I know she was on the Divas thing. Does anyone remember what happened to Summer Rae? Because they really plugged the fact of, hey, don't forget that he won his opening debut match at WrestleMania many years ago. And now he's a dancing bear fool. Winner, the Drug Cartel. This was a pretty damn good match. This was about 2.5 stars. I liked it. Out comes Jordan Devlin. I wrote down, is he a face now?
He's the real champion. Take your pretend belt and throw it in the trash.
In NXT UK. And he cuts a wonderful face promo about the real champ is here.
Take your pretend belt, throw it in the trash, the real champ is back. You've been filling in what I'm and I'm going to redefine it.
And then he completely destroys Esco, and I'm pretty certain he popped a blood capsule.
Yeah.
But he did the headbutt into him, and when...
it looked like it missed.
Yeah, it kind of did, and when he got up, he had blood pouring out of his mouth. So,
yeah,
we're going to get Jordan Devlin versus Santos Escobar. So I'm actually really excited, as we talked about earlier in the show, about this, because Jordan Devlin is the Irish Ace. I don't think I've ever seen a bad Jordan Devlin match.
All right.
Esco, on the other hand, we've seen some so this will be a good proving ground for him. Backstage, Cole is still angry. Sorry is coming.
Cool. Cameron Grimes has fake tweets. He's also not on the show.
Have you seen his new shirt? The I'm so rich, like I'm...
No.
Oh, it's great. I love it. I'm doing a 180 on Cameron Grimes' thing right now. I'm sure as soon as he comes back, I'm going to start. Also, Cameron Grimes, not there this week. Match 3, Zoe Stark versus Dakota Kai for the Battle of the Butterfaces. They call Kai...
Sorry.
They called Kai a ring general. I wrote down Walter. She is not.
So I wrote, the crowd gives zero cares, like me, about this. The crowd was just picking their nose during this match.
Which is kind of sad, because this is another 2.5 star match. Like, this was not
I wrote,
awful.
Zoe is at least helping Dakota look like a real wrestler.
Yeah, which is funny, because she's supposed to be the new person. Oh, by the way, Dakota Kai won. Zoe Stark, who is this new character that they're talking about, and they're so impressed with, and she's amazed, is now on a losing streak, because WWE, for some reason, seems to book their new talent in losing streaks.
Yeah, I wrote, Dakota gets the pin? Why?
Yes, this should have not happened. And it should have been, like, why... Because we're not at TakeOver yet.
No.
She should have beat Dakota Kai, and then next week should have had to have fought Raquel, and Raquel could have destroyed her.
But Raquel's got... This is a transition. Unfortunately, this is just a transition.
Out comes Io to tell Raquel to suck it.
Here's the... Which I think is really interesting. It's a change. The champion is handing the challenger the contract. So sign this.
That is the only good thing about it. But as we talked about recently about everybody making their matches and all this different stuff and everything, and the couple of weeks ago where we talked about the random person who was making the match for the people, for the wrestlers, and Scarlett, who literally just talked the tag champs into making a match that the tag champs apparently did, which Regal approved, means that contract signings don't mean anything, because literally at any time, at any point in the show, you could walk down and say, I want a match, and they'll go, yes.
Hold on, Regal. We need to see you outside.
Regal in a panic. MSK Dairy Queen spot. The white guy should have skipped some.
They get called out by the grizzled young veterans.
Same old stuff.
And then...
Guess who's not there? GYV.
Or...
But they were together So maybe if they room together,
Yeah.
I guess it would be okay if they both have it.
And then we have the Imperium Martell versus Champa.
Yes. So Martell comes down, and Champa then kills Eichner before the bell, and that kind of worked for Ciampa's character. It kind of worked for the idea of what he's doing with Imperium, and Thatcher not being there works.
Yep.
And Alexander Wolf not being there worked because Ciampa had this thing where he said, "I took out one. I'm going to lay out the other one, and by the end of the night, it's just going to be me standing." And he did this great thing where he laid the other guy out, and
he's wearing Thatcher's shirt.
I was actually going to say, he has Thatcher's shirt on, nice touch, and he puts him down, and he goes, he's like, "Oh, look, Imperium's done. I did what I said I was going to do." And then
it's so funny.
Out comes Walter.
It's so funny because the beginning of the match, Dad goes, "Where's Walter?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Where's Walter? He's the leader of Imperium." I go, "He's at NXT UK." He goes, "Oh, okay. Well, it makes sense if he was here."
Walter is 712 days. He comes out and he hits Tommaso Ciampa with the Walter slap that sounds like a bulldozer tearing a building down.
No.
Like, he killed him. And then he picks him up and power bombs old man Ciampa with the bad neck through the ring. And this is the thing about Walter that I really liked, okay?
Does not look pretty. He does not look tough, but he is.
He is a grizzly bear. I love this guy.
Hairless grizzly
and I
bear.
believe him so much in what he does and how he behaves and acts. And like we talked about in the other match, I didn't realize how big he was.
Yes.
Like, physically, imposingly big this guy is. And to a certain point, he kind of looks a little fluffy, but he's just like, like I said, he's just a grizzly bear, how he works. And the thing I loved is he did his pose, right? And then Walter, with awareness, goes, "Ah, crap, I don't have my belt." Gets down, grabs his belt, and goes, "I'm facing the hard cam," throws his belt on, goes back into his pose.
Yeah.
So that means he's aware he's on TV, too, as well as what he does in the ring.
Yep.
Very, very awesome that he did it. I honestly would have liked it if he hadn't touched him.
Yeah.
And just maybe stood on the ring.
Right.
And had that ambiance. But the fact that he came down and that...
Yeah. No, got it. Yeah, I agree.
Man, I loved it. Segment. Cole and O'Reilly are arrested for something.
Now, do you remember what I told you? I did my research, and green lights on a police car in Florida is personal security. Sorry. Personal security.
Another segment. L.A. Knight says stuff. Bronson is seen walking around in the back looking for the shitter.
Can't say that.
Oh, sorry, I can't say that, yes. But he just, like, randomly, like, walked in the frame and was like, and then walked through another door. Yes. So it was very awkward. Dairy Queen the wrong way face promo. WTF. They're the heels. As I said, I got to stop writing curse words in my notebook because then I just read them out. Why do they have a super happy, they're married, they're friends and fun, and their family's great, and their pictures with their dogs, and
I don't know
they're
because
literally
Dad fast forwarded through that. I didn't see it.
Okay. I don't know why the wrong way got a Dairy Queen. Is it because they're married?
Oh, Dairy Queen. Okay, yeah, we fast forwarded through the commercial.
Okay, yeah. So they got. It was on my.
Yeah.
It was on the network.
Yes, no, I agree. I saw it. I just didn't watch it.
Match 5. L.A. Drake debut versus nobody. Wait, we know his name. It's Austin Gray because remember we looked it up the last time we didn't know who he was, right?
Oh yeah, I only have it because it's here.
Bronson Reed does fat guy in a little coat routine.
Hey, look what I wrote. I wrote the same exact thing.
By the way, the coat tore before Bronson actually put it on.
Yes.
Winner LA Knight squash match. He got super upset at Bronson.
Nobody did get a little bit of offense.
And he did, but that was mainly because of he got distracted with the Bronson thing. And, yeah. Backstage, Raquel and Dakota Kai promo.
Yep.
I wrote down something I want to say, but I won't. But I'll rephrase it. Does Scarlett have magic powers to turn the camera into black and white?
Yeah.
Because they're walking around backstage that we just saw with other people, and their camera's black and white.
Just it's the same reason that Johnny Mundo can make slow motion. It's the same reason.
Zaya, Mortal Kombat promo. I think they dropped the undead dragon lady part of the story. They didn't drop her, but I noticed that they haven't referenced that
The
she's
dragon.
an undead 5,000-year-old dragon.
Yes, now. That's feeding on souls.
Match 6. Fall and Pray with Finn versus Loughran and Birch. Finn drop kicks Loughran into Scarlett. Karrion then kills everyone. Scarlett then flicks the bean on Finn's face, and Ron has so many points because of Finn now. Because I thought about it, I was like, Finn is the champion. Ron's got a champion belt. Finn has been in every main event for the last... He's been in the last 4 main events of the last 5 shows, right? Yeah. And he's won every single one except for this one.
Now, let's talk about what actually happened here now, because we have a huge problem. We have a very injured Danny Burch now. His clavicle's broken.
Yes, so Danny, by the way, on the outside, because this was something that was very interesting to me. And the funny thing is that I thought I honestly thought, because of what Scarlett said in the thing, that they were going to put the title belts on them tonight to have that. And then I thought, well, I guess that means they're not going to do the thing with Sasha and Bianca.
Right.
And then when they lost, I went, well, I guess Sasha and Bianca's getting the belt. We'll get to that in a minute. So they do a spot, and Burch lands really awkward, because I think what happened is Karrion did the double suplex, or he did the double toss, and Danny landed like that.
Yeah.
Right there. And he's seen outside with the trainer working his arm, and Loughran's working the rest of the match.
By himself.
The whole time by himself. And there's a lot of commercial cuts here, right?
And then you eventually don't see Loughran anymore.
And then you don't see him at all. And I'm like, okay, that's odd. And then they get to this finish, which was what it was, which was fine. Karrion got mad because he saw Scarlett hurt, killed everybody. Scarlett covers the fact of what happens, because she gets in the ring and she says, basically, you holding a title was not my prediction. Mm-hmm. Like, I told you this. Everything happens for a reason, right? So basically, Scarlett said, I got you into this match to do something. This is, she covered up the fact that they didn't win, and that's not Scarlett's prediction, right?
Right.
But the fact that, he got hurt. I don't know why they didn't call an audible and said, put the belts on Finn Karrion.
So here's the problem. You have Loughran hurt. They've already announced they're going to vacate the titles.
Okay.
MSK is the number 1 contenders. Oh, wait, they're broken too. Because he broke his hand.
But he should be back soon. A broken wrist is probably,
so now
6 weeks?
Are you predicting a tournament for these belts?
They just had a Dusty Cup tournament. They can't do that.
So where are these belts going?
They should have called an audible in the ring and put the belts on Karrion and Finn.
So, like, right now, if you look at the standings, then not the WWE standings, so the next people in line would be the grizzled young veterans?
Who were not there because they might have COVID.
Or Breezango?
So, I was about to say, I guess Breezango's the only team that's...
It'll be interesting to see where they go.
Yeah, no, that actually creates a very interesting dynamic.
So here are the names of the people that I noticed were not on. Some of them we have mentioned, some we haven't. Grimes wasn't there. The Garganos weren't there. Dune wasn't there. Kushida wasn't there. MSK wasn't there. All of the girls...
who were on stage.
So...
The only thing I can say about this is thank God they didn't lose Karrion, thank God they didn't lose Finn, and thank God that they haven't lost EO in them.
And because there was no Strong...
Oh, Tony Storm wasn't there, Roddy Strong was there because I thought Roddy Strong would be there. And then,
All right, so moving on. Now we're going to talk about NXT UK.
No, we're not.
Oh, we're not.
Do you have results?
Yeah, so... Nathan...
So, on that real quick, I'll confer this. I had an issue that keeps happening with me on the network where if I don't watch NXT UK like the day after it drops in the trending section, it won't find it on the network for some reason. And it just it randomly disappears for me sometimes. So I wanted to watch NXT UK. I apologize. I did not get to watch it. And the one that I found that I started to watch was last week's show.
Okay. So we had Nathan Frazier.
Who is formerly Ben Carter.
Okay. Defeated Ashton Smith in a 7-minute and 4-second match.
Okay.
Miko
Santamura
beat Danny Luna in a 6-minute match.
Good, because she just lost to Kaylee Ray last week.
And apparently Jordan Devlin flew back to the UK
and defeated Trent Seven to keep the title. Honestly,
17.5-minute match.
I need to see this. I did not think they were going to do this because don't forget, at some point in here, there's going to be a promo about Walter speaking and Dragunov speaking that I really wanted to see because I wanted to see, given the fact that Walter just showed up on NXT, what he said on NXT UK because he did bring the belt with him.
Right. So, that concludes NXT and NXT UK.
I'll watch it for next week and tell you guys, what was up.
All right, so now we're going to move to the Ring of Honor and SmackDown portion of the show.